Welcome to Bloodbath TV. It is Halloween season, and what better way to celebrate than having a Halloween party by watching Halloween Party.
Written and directed by Jay Dahl, this movie's about a haunted meme, or so they say.
Hey Zoe, you have a virus.
It's a Halloween meme.
A what?
It's basically about a computer virus that takes over your computer and you have to put in your fear. If you don't put it in, you die by your fear.
How does it know my name? Technology.
It's like truth or dare. Don't do your dare, you're gonna die by your dare.
This is a recommendation from Dane Damage over on Patreon. We were looking for some more Halloween movies. This was already on my to-be watch list, so I just handpicked it. It's kind of ridiculous. You have your stereotypes.
It's a girl!
Ooh, a girl. A live one.
There's just like this nerd who happens to know everything about this virus.
See those semicolons in the code? That means there was other code there.
It's clip art.
It can alter Google.
By the way, Spencer is the king of this university campus.
Spencer, sup, bruh?
Or
Looking sexual.
Everybody knows who he is. He's like the Norm of Cheers.
But he's a nerd.
A self-proclaimed nerd, I might add.
let me just get some stuff.
Stuff?
Nerd stuff.
Anyway, he is trying to help out Grace, whose roommate has just died because she didn't put in her fear, apparently.
Just didn't hit enter. She wants to see the witch.
If you put your fear in, you don't see the video.
Well, what's the clip?
It's a witch.
People are scared of weird things.
What's your worst fear?
Bears. Their jaws can crush bowling balls. They're killing machines.
It's like we were talking about this. I'm terrified of centipedes. Jay's terrified of being buried alive. But vagina spiders and pig people are very particular things that you're scared of.
They wear clothes, they talk, but they're still pigs.
Like she's gotta be terrified of Looney Tunes. Every Disney character, the Berenstain Bears, Winnie the Pooh, young Piglet is going to terrify you?
Spiders crawling up your vagina, or in our case, urethras, sounds terrifying.
And painful.
You're gonna like drop little spider babies in your dick hole. Like Beelzebub's already made a movie about this with ants. With that one guy, he's like, man, I am terrified of the tall man.
The tall man?
That's what we called him.
And then you realize in this flashback, you're a child. Literally everybody is taller than you, so they're all tall men. And then after that, you start to think about people's heights, and you're looking at this guy and you're like, this guy's the tallest guy cast in this entire film. And we don't see that confrontation because you know it would just be like two guys, equal height. Like, hey, oh, you're not that tall. You're just a man.
As a fan of jump scares,
And as a person who is terrified of jump scares and demon faces, most of the time they also look stupid. In this case, they kind of didn't go either way. They didn't go hard in one direction.
they look like Steve Buscemi from the film Mr. Deeds. There was no like in your face. It was just kind of a really bad like Instagram or Snapchat filter.
You can hear our live reactions because we did a full commentary, now available on Patreon. Link is in the description.
This has the worst jump scares because that face is scary. But the lack of music right at the end, they're just like, okay.
I will say that the overall production looks pretty good. This is of the higher tier of the random Tubi movies that you stumble upon. I mean, not as far as like everything. I think the acting was fine enough and the cinematography looked good. But when you're supposed to be scared at certain points, you're literally just like, that was it?
Yeah, there's nothing scary about this.
There was a cool concept here because apparently Zoe's room, Grace's roommate, in her closet, there was some bricks under the floor. Immediately revealed by Spencer because he decided to pull out a pocket knife and just cut through the carpet. Who does that?
They bricked something up.
So Grayson House used to be part of the old hospital?
If a student dies, there's no way they're leaving everything as is.
You said it was on her phone, right?
Police have it. But it was also on her computer, that's still there.
And I'm sure Grace had said there was some weird thing on the computer.
Could it just be the computer that's haunted or whatever?
They would take the computer. Stop looking at Dylan's dick.
Hi.
You put that shit back and you throw that in the garbage.
Spencer, we have to destroy this thing.
After the scan's done, I'll kill it.
There's a lot from this that kind of steals from other horror films, even with the concept of the kids who were balloon babies, is what they were called. It reminded me a lot of the children from Trick or Treat that rode the bus, but poorly executed. What this film did, it had fantastic concepts and poor executions, except when it came to the comedy.
I know who you are. I'm Greg.
There's like moments where Bubbles is terrified in the classroom, and that's where the first time we're laughing hard.
You can't! You can't!
It's Pardeep! What did you do, Pardeep?
But I also appreciate it when Andy Bernard and the rest of the frat boys are just like talking to each other like,
I'm not gonna die. We all are.
I mean, you gotta admit, that was a good ending.
We all are.
that little banter, they nailed.
And that's what kind of made this a reasonable watch. Would I recommend it? Yeah, why not?
I actually had a fun time watching this film despite the cheesiness. But is it better than Stay Alive?
I would probably choose Stay Alive over this one.
They all died the same way they died in the game. This can't just be some coincidence.
That's Disney's first slasher movie, and I think only slasher movie until they basically bought the entire world.
They're gonna be singing folk songs in the mountains about this Halloween party, dude.
There's no Halloween party. The movie's called Halloween Party, and there's no party, first of all. It is on Halloween, I guess, but there's no actual Halloween party. But technically there is, because they call these balloon people or these like experiments that live under Zoe and Grace's house.
Balloon babies and jelly children?
They're called the Halloween Party.
Why would they call them that?
Ooh, the masks, of course.
If you were playing Dungeons and Dragons, you're with a group of people, that's your party. So it's that term.
I played Dungeons and Dragons down here once. Spooky.
I think what we need to do is find a movie that is actually called Halloween Partay. Because if it's a partay, then we know we're gonna have some fun.
If we wanted to watch that, we wouldn't make it. I don't want to review your film.
You don't want to review my version of Halloween Partay?
I would almost hate it more because I know how much you like it.
So like in this Halloween party that we have, the actual characters were cool. Like the multiple arm man just kind of laid there. He was a hunk, but he just chilled. I think reverse skin person I want to learn more about. That is probably the worst thing to have.
I can't speak for people that are inside out, but I imagine you'd get used to it.
You're back with your family now where there's nothing to be afraid of, except that fog that turns people inside out.
Eventually you're just like, I can live this way.
Not creep on people in the shower?
Yeah, I guess you're like, if you're bored and you have no skin, or you have skin, whether you have skin on the inside or outside, don't creep on people while they're having a bath.
This is a public service announcement.
You've heard it here first, folks. I hope this isn't the first time you're hearing it after watching
millions of people bathe. It's like, I always love those bathrooms that have the shower to the side and the tub over here. It's great.
That's a weird structure and layout for the house, unless like, it's like, hey bro, you have a bubble bath? I'm gonna be in the shower right here.
You're gonna be done before the bathtub even fills up. Actually, you know, the thing that irked me the most about that scene is the curtains were in the tub. That is a big no.
And there shouldn't be curtains anyway if the shower's over there because there's no shower in this tub.
Shower's beside you where Reverse Skin Man is.
We go into this at length again, commentary. Link in the Patreon. It plays out exactly how you think it does. A Seinfeld episode, but maybe funnier. Also, on a quick note, while scrolling through the IMDb, we noticed that the stepmother from Labyrinth was in this film.
Makes a mean fruit shake.
I'm good, yeah.
Would you like a fruit shake? They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, what are we rating this?
Surprisingly enough, I'm going 3 wannabe ghoulies out of 5. Because I do recommend it.
I had some fun. It is a reasonable Halloween movie, I guess. I'm gonna give this 2.5 infomercials for wireless keyboards out of 5. As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, links are in the description. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything here on Bloodbath TV.
He had the ending. I mean, you gotta admit, that was a good ending.